Okay, this mission I remember from the last time I did this. Mission 9, Skyscraper. Welcome to the concrete jungle. In this challenge, you need to fly through all the gates and manage not to run into anything. Good luck. It's another gate flying mission. We get a bunch of these before we actually start shooting at anything. Oh, that's a lot of gates. Can I get an idea of the flight plan here? Okay, now you've had my sound effects. We're ready to fly. Let's change my paint job here. This is a new feature which I absolutely love, is being able to see your paint job before you take off. Big swine. Let's see. I think, if I remember correctly, I highly recommend reading Bud Anderson's book called To Fly and Fight. I mentioned it already. I think Hurry Home Honey actually got destroyed. The pilot, he didn't make it. Same with Gentleman Jim, if you're familiar with that, from the TF-51 wallpaper. I believe the original didn't make it. Which could lead to a very serious discussion about this kind of stuff, but I'll save that for later. Let's fly through some gates.
Welcome to the concrete jungle. In this jungle, you need to fly through all the gates and manage not to run into anything. Good luck.
A little sloppy on my part, but we'll get it. Yeah, so I've been reading a lot of autobiographies from pilots who took part in World War II. A lot from the Battle of Britain and kind of anticipation of the Spitfire module coming out. A lot of Mustang pilots, Corsair pilots. And it brings up some damn serious questions about our favorite hobby here. And I will probably talk about this some other time. It's a fairly serious subject, and I don't really want to get into it at the moment. I kind of want to have some fun with this. But, if you're into more philosophical questions, maybe I'll do a separate video just for that. That's gonna be tight. Okay, let's talk about transitioning to a propeller plane from a jet, which is backwards from how you do it in real life, but I think pretty common for simulator pilots. I assume you know the principles of lift. You move the wing through the air, and the flow of the air, over and below the wing creates lift, which gets the airplane to fly. The faster you go, the more thrust, the more air going over the wing. The faster that's going, the more lift, higher the climb rate, etc., etc. Now, when you think about, let's imagine this P-51. If you're looking at it from the top down. Let's go back in time. Let's switch this back. You have a jet. Let's say you're flying everybody's favorite, the A-10. You have the engines in the back, and they're the sole provider of thrust. The only way to get those wings to work and to do their job is to make the whole airplane move faster. If you want to create more lift, you got to move the whole plane through the air faster, or fly into the wind, so the relative wind is faster than the aircraft. basically all the thrust, all the lift is provided by the air that the airplane is flying through. In a propeller plane, let's say the Mustang, imagine this plane from the top down. Of course, you're getting lift from the wind you're flying through, but in addition to that, you're getting lift. So imagine this fuselage is, I don't know, let's say 4 or 5 feet wide. I don't know the exact dimensions. The propeller is 11 feet wide, 11 feet 2 inches. And the wingspan is, what, 37 feet. So the inner 5 feet of the wing, let's pull those flaps up. Or so, the innermost, like the centermost 5 feet of the airplane doesn't generate lift really, because there's no wing there. A few exceptions, but in the Mustang it probably doesn't. Now, once those wings start immediately outboard of the fuselage, let's say I estimate the width of the Mustang fuselage to be 4 feet, the propeller is 11 feet. You see where I'm going with this? So that's 11 minus 4. We've got, what, 9? No, sorry, 7 feet, 3.5 feet of the innermost portion of each wing directly subjected to the wind thrust back from the propeller, which is going to be moving faster than the wing itself. I'm not explaining that correctly. Basically, the propeller blast creates thrust instantaneously, whether the airplane is actually traveling that fast or not. So relative to the wing, the innermost parts of the wing, I'm sorry, relative to the airplane, the airspeed, the innermost parts of the wing in a prop-driven aircraft like this, in a puller prop, is going to be higher than the rest. So what that means is that if you're flying down low like you are in this mission, I didn't explain that well. I could have been more simple about that, but if you're flying really low and you find that you don't have enough thrust and you need to climb real quick, just jam the throttle forward, max RPM, and the backblast from the prop should create sufficient lift over the wings. Even if you haven't accelerated the plane yet, the airspeed on that inner part of the wing is higher and should generate enough lift to hopefully pick you up a bit, which is useful if we're going to be strafing. I may miss this gate. Oh, damn it! All right, let's go back around. I didn't want to risk a ground collision. Better to go around than to smack the ground. For strafing, a lot of times, and I've done this more times than I'm proud of, but there's this thing called target fixation, where you're in a strafing run and you're pitched down and you're trying to get that gun sight on the damn target, and you tend to get fixated, and you can just, if you're not paying close attention, to the world around you, you get target fixation and you just plow right into the ground. It's possible. I've done it. Everybody's done it. Well, I don't know about everybody, but I'll admit to it at least. And if you happen to get that, if you're in a strafing run and you realize, oh crap, I need some more altitude real quick, in a propeller plane like this, especially with a high torque engine, big prop, you can take advantage of that. You can just blast the throttle forward if it's not already and get instant lift. Another thing in jets that you have to worry about, which way am I going? Oh, it's supposed to be a zigzag? I have to go around again. There's this thing called turbo lag, and if you've driven a car with a turbocharger, you've experienced this. Basically, there's some lag between your throttle action and the jet. See how when I mess with the throttle, my manifold pressure changes instantly. In a jet, there's like a maybe half second delay or whatever. It varies of throttle input to your engine to react to it. So you got to think ahead a little bit. There's a bunch of different reasons why you have to think ahead more in a jet than a propeller plane. The backblast from the prop and the lift thing I just spent too long talking about, that's one of them. Turbo lag is another, and the fact that most jets are faster than most propeller planes gives you less time to react, so you have to think ahead. It's like a triple threat. So, some of the advantages of the propeller. Piston engine plane, I should specify.
Press fly, created all the gates. Any machine.
Because a turboprop or a turbo shaft, any kind of turbine engine, including helicopters or turboprop like in a, I don't know, C-130 or P-3 or OV-10 Bronco. Please make that. Somebody bring the Bronco to DCS, please. There's turbo lag. But we don't have to worry about that here with the Mustang. Instant throttle action. Thanks again. I will see you next mission.